This grip on this bow is straight off the riser. It's very narrow, not a fat grip. I think it fits really well in my hand. I have no complaints about the grip. So once again, it's very, very smooth. Just a little drop in the back, but it's so minimum. Xpedition archery, right there. That's what we're shooting this year. I got the 2023 model, the XLITE 33. That's for the ATA on it. I'm a 30.5-inch draw at 70 pounds overall. This bow shoots really, really well for me. I have to have a longer axle to axle because anything, really from what I've shot over the years, anything below 33, with my draw length at 30.5, it's just too narrow for me. It's just not comfortable. Jumping into my sight, gonna keep it simple. I got the black gold dual track, 2 pins. I got it at 20 and 40. I really do enjoy this sight. It's very simple. It's a phenomenal sight. It's built really, really well. This is my first year ever shooting black gold, and just from shooting it just over this past few months, I just love that vertical setup. I don't like the 3-pin. It feels cluttered, or 5-pin. 2-pin vertical, I think it's absolutely freaking sweet. 20 and 40, I can gap shoot that 30. I am shooting 305 foot a second out of a 420 grain arrow. Jumping into my rest, I'm shooting the same thing as Lance, QAD MX2. I was shooting the Trinity by Hamsky. Love that rest. I think it is bulletproof and it is a brick, very well made. But the one thing I don't like about it is you cannot flip the rest up and run and gun. I don't like that. A few times late season, went for a stock, had to have my finger over the arrow, and it's just not ideal whenever it comes down to actually spotting stock. And sometimes you like to get up in the stand and just get your rest ready. Don't have to worry about that wobble whenever you draw back. Micro adjust, it's got everything. Absolutely love this rest. I have no complaints with this thing at all. It's shot beautifully over the past few months. I put hundreds and hundreds of arrows through this bow, and this QAD has performed excellent for me. Now, the big one in the room, the elephant I should say, this guy, the stabilizer. For a 33-inch bow, I'm a longer draw at 30.5, so I really wanted to do some tinkering this summer, and I shot 12 for 3 years. 12-inch stabilizer did really well for me, but I was like, man, everybody shoots longer stabilizers that are target shooters. There's a specific reason why. It keeps you more stable. Now, with me already having a 33-inch bow, which is longer than I would say most tree stand hunters, and with the 30-inch draw, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna full send it. I'm gonna go with a long stabilizer. Went with a Quattro 17-inch. Yes, 17-inch, it's a long stabilizer, but I'm already a 6'4". I'm a long guy already. So adding a little bit more length up front, it ain't gonna hinder me. We go in, we maintenance our stands, so getting a few extra limbs trimmed so I can turn this bow in the stand with ease, not a big issue. And plus my arrow sticks out, I think another 3 inches. So I'm right around that 20-inch mark with my arrow alone. So wherever my arrow is, my stabilizer is gonna be shorter than my arrow. So to me, it's not a big deal. Running a 1 ounce out front, not a lot of weight, don't need a lot of weight with a longer stabilizer. But the nice thing is, with how light these Magnite bows are, I can put the weight where I want them. So I got 1 ounce out front of the 17-inch, and it's on an 8-degree down. Then I got a old Hoyt stubby stabilizer. I have 4 ounces down low. So a total of 5 ounces on this bow. I have a little bit more weight down low. And then with what comes with these bows is I got just a little overall stubby dampener, no weight, just all rubber, just to help the vibration in this bow. So yes, longer stabilizer. I love it, the stabilizer. The finish is beautiful on these Quattro stabilizers. I freaking love them. They look great. You can go on their website, you can customize them. Out here, right behind my rubber dampener I threw on here, I have a little deer antler. It's a cool little customization option. I freaking love it. The finish is awesome. I have absolutely zero complaints on these Quattro stabilizers. I highly recommend them. No, we're not affiliated with them, but if you want a high-end stabilizer and you want to switch it up, I think Quattro is definitely the way to go. These bows, they're really freaking sweet. And the nice thing is with Xpedition, they're a small company. I literally ordered this online, fully customized on their bow builder, and I had it in 10 days. And that was in, I want to say that was late April, early May is when I ordered this. You're not going to be able to order a bow from any other manufacturer, any other brand in this industry, and get your bow in 10 days when you order it as late as April or May. You're not gonna get it. Like, it's gonna take them months to get it to you. I literally called them and said, hey, you got the ash limbs? You got a black riser? And they're like, yeah, they're in stock. I was like, okay, I'm gonna order tonight, 33, blah, blah, blah. And within 10 days, they had it shipped right to my front doorstep. And they do paper tune these. I did not buy this QAD from them, but if you buy a QAD or any rest on their website, they will slap it on your bow, and they will have one of their mechanics literally go in and they will build this bow from top to bottom. You're literally having somebody as the assembly line at Xpedition build your bow. So you're getting that one-on-one with your bow and one of their bow techs, and they're going to build it from top to bottom. They're going to shoot it. They're going to make sure everything's good. They're going to double check everything, and they're going to make sure that you are going to get your bow with a very, very close paper tune. So when you get it, it may not be obviously perfect because everybody shoots a little differently, their grip and everything, but it's going to be very close to a perfect paper tune. In one shot, this bow was perfectly paper tuned. Like, I mean, they had the cams timed perfectly at 30.5 inch. 30.5 inch, for you longer draw guys, this is not a bow that comes in a little longer or a little shorter. 30.5 it was spot on at 30.5 when I got it in the mail. So shout out to Xpedition. I think they made a killer product. And if you want something lightweight where you can put weight where you want it on your bows, I think this is the way to go. Yes, it's more expensive, but with it being more expensive, you're getting one hell of a product. And in the description in this video, we're gonna have a discount code for you. So if you're really looking at, hey, small town company where you can literally call them and talk to them, talk to their bow techs, and they got nothing but love for when it comes to their customers, and getting that small town, small company vibe where if you got a question, you call them. You can talk to their bow mechanics and be like, hey, it's slightly out of tune. What do I got to do? Point me in the right direction. Or you got questions about their risers and why they picked Magnite. You can ask them. I mean, these bows, they're very well made and they don't skimp out. They got little doinkers as dampeners on the risers already built in, and they come with ABB bowstrings. That's one of the best bowstrings on the market, which is freaking awesome. I mean, you're getting one hell of a package. And like I said, if you're watching this video and you're interested in this bow specifically or any other bow, we will have a discount code in the description for you guys. That's my overall bow setup. I'm running black gold dual track. Sweet setup. I love it. Shooting 305 foot a second out of this bow at 30.5 inch, 70 pounds. My sight tape, to give you reference, on my black gold is 303 foot a second. That's my sight tape that I'm running. 20 on top, 40 on the bottom. Got the tried and true QAD Ultra Rest Quattro stabilizer. Got my buddy's Hoyt little mini dampener stabilizer that he gave me, and then the one that comes with the bow I got out the back. Very, very minimal, next to nothing when it comes to vibration. Very quiet bow in my eyes. I think it's great. But yeah, that's it. That's the bow. It's pretty sweet. I'm running the RIP Extreme Velocities from Victory. Victory, very well-known company, very high-end product they make. And with me being a 30.5 inch draw at 70 pounds, I feel like I can get away with a quote-unquote lighter setup. This is a total of 420 grains. I'm running the tack driver 2.75s on the back with the tack wrap on Amazon, and they are 6 for like $18, and they've been flawless. These nocks have been absolutely flawless. I'm running 160 grains up front. That's 100 for the broadhead or field point, and then I have a 60 grain insert outsert up front that came with this arrow. So total arrow weight, once again, 420. This thing flies. Like I said, out of this bow, I'm shooting 305 foot a second, and it's great. It's been phenomenal. It's shot really, really well over this past few months. I'm gonna run over my release for this year. I'm running the Ultra View thumb button. Once again, this is my second year running it. Great product. I think it's absolutely a killer overall finish on this release. Very high end. Yes, it's very expensive, but I like the thumb knob. It really grips your thumb into place for whenever you're on your back wall and you start to pull, your thumb ain't gonna slip on this thumb button. And I just really enjoyed this release. I've shot it really, really well. I have zero complaints about it, and I plan on shooting this thing for the near future. I own multiple releases. I own the thumb button right here from Ultra View. I own their hinge, I own a Stan Onyx clicker, and then I have some knock-on releases. But overall, I feel the most confident in this one. I'm gonna talk you through the draw cycle. I think it's very smooth. It is stiffer, 80% let off, but on the overall scale, this is a very smooth bow. I'm shooting right off the riser. Draw cycle once again, straight back, straight in the back wall, just a little dip, very smooth. I really do recommend this bow, and it's not just because Lance and I are working with the company, so to speak. I think it's a really great, well-made bow. Magnite, new to the market, super lightweight. You can put the weight where you want it, and it's a small company. And small companies tend to take care of their people pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna drop this down a little bit. Very smooth to drop down. Not much to it at all. It's very smooth. .30.5 inch, 72 pounds. Feels great. If you guys want one, go check them out. Discount code in the description. By the way, Rec broadheads, we shoot those. Discount code in the description for those. Leave a comment about this bow if you got any more questions. Other than that, catch you on the next one.